Welcome to the Health Rant of the Week, episode 12. Hi, my name is Alejandro Flori, certified fitness and nutrition coach with Altus Fitness. Today's episode is titled, Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. So once again, bear with me for this one. Picture this. Your best friend comes and picks you up, you get on the car, you go on the highway, and all of a sudden you start like speeding up, slowing down, slamming the brakes, shifting lanes without notice. You're swirling all over the road, and you start freaking out. And you tell your friend, well, just mind you're driving. I mean, what's your problem? You're driving like crazy. And your friend's reply is, leave me alone. I got this. I've been doing this for 20 years. All right? I'm pretty sure you've heard this before, right? I've been doing this for this long. I've been doing this for 20 years. Now, the title is Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. And that example that I use is because that's something that I come across very, very often when it comes to especially nutrition, but fitness as well. So you maybe, and many other people around you, and or many other people around you may have experienced some, like limited results when you do the typical hit the gym, go to do the cardio, for 45 minutes or something like that, an hour, and then you restrict your calories, and all of a sudden, especially on New Year's resolution, like, on your New Year's, you start seeing a drop in weight. Fantastic. That's exactly what you want. Is you've been gaining weight for the last year, especially so, and you have like Halloween, and you have here we have the we have Thanksgiving, and then we have Christmas. So steady weight gain, and all of a sudden you're like, okay, so this is an emergency. I need to take on and take over. It's just start, I need to get rid of this. I need to get healthy. Just time to focus and start getting things back to normal, whatever the normal is, right? The example is pretty much the same. So when someone says, I've been doing something somehow, like a certain way for 20 years, that doesn't mean by any extent of imagination that they have been doing it right. The fact that they haven't died in the highway, that they haven't had a fatal accident, doesn't necessarily mean that they're doing the right thing or they have any type of proficiency in what they're doing. And unfortunately, when you go to the gyms, you get the same thing over and over and over again. Like people say, so people know that they can lose maybe 10, 15 pounds in the following 3 months. And that's why you go to the gym on January 4th. And then you go on March 15th, and the scenery is much different, right? So you're going to see the same people that are in the same places. So the people that you see all year round are the people that are on the weight floor, and they're getting their job done, whether there's something coming up, or whether there's New Year's resolution, whether there's vacations, there's holidays, whatever it is, they're still doing the same thing, and they still look a certain way despite anything and everything that goes around, right? Whereas if you are like the average person, and this is, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. This is the type of people that I coach, that I help change their mindset, because that's the most important thing. You are going to go back to what you know has given you limited results in the past, but you have had some results. So there's a chance that, by this 6th week, you're already starting to, feel fatigue. You're starting to get, upset and things like that. You're low energy, but you keep going. You're on a mission. You want to get this done the right way. You want to get it through all the way to the end. This time for sure. This is the year, right? But you keep going, and turns out like 12 weeks in, you're too sore. You don't have any energy. You don't have the drive. You don't have the motivation anymore, because by that point, you do realize that the results have slowed down. You're starting to plateau, and there's a reason why, and that's where you have to talk to me first, and then we'll address that. But there's a reason why that happens, and you keep going and going. And like some stats from the UK show that people take on average 14 years and as many as 7 attempts at least to get in the shape that they want, and they fail. So the fact that you're doing something a certain way for so long does not grant that you're going to be doing it right, and then it doesn't mean that you're going to achieve your ultimate result. Fortunately or unfortunately, it comes down to what kind of mindset you have. The reason that triggered me, like the motivation I had to do this video, to make this video the way it is a couple clients that I am working on and off with, just because they come with their dieter's mindset, the dieter's mindset. Not only that, they come and I teach the mindset change. I teach the health approach, and then the weight will come off. You release the weight, your inflammation, your fluid retention, all that stuff is going to start yielding. And the people that stick to that actually get great results, and they get healthy. They feel fantastic, and they start learning how to biohack, into the type of weight, energy levels that they want. Whereas the people that come with a dieter's approach, and then some of them like so much that they want to use like the Weight Watchers app, or they want to use just plug in some Bernstein here and there, or they want to just do like a Nutrisystems type of meal planning and things like that. I mean, I've said this before. I mean, they do work to a certain extent. The problem is that, and this is something that they leverage on, they do not change your mindset. They know, when I say they is those systems, those diets. They know that you're coming for a specific look or outcome. They know you're not coming for a life change, right? And yes, they have a big culture built around, and they do have support. Some of them are really, really good. But they know that you're actually in a crowd where most people still think the same way. They're not looking to make a major shift and make sure that you actually understand what it takes for you to be healthy. And when you do what it takes for your body to be healthy, the weight is the weight loss is a byproduct of that homeostasis, which is your body getting back to balance. Inflammation. So that's why I pride myself in being able to say that I've worked with people that have rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, congenital heart disease. They've had like a number of autoimmune issues, because even though I'm not a doctor, I don't claim to be a doctor. That's beyond my scope of practice. That's not my thing. It's just not my thing, period. But the important thing is, when you target the nutritional deficiencies that people have, the body starts changing literally overnight. And this is not a sensationalist claim. I have seen people lose 11 pounds in 14 days, 10 pounds in 10 days, and then keep steadily losing weight, all right? Not at that rate necessarily, but, at say 5 to 7 pounds, every 2 weeks, until they get to a homeostasis, a point where your body likes to be in, all right? That's the most important thing. You think diet, you think, like your rice crackers with your extra lean turkey breast and things like that. If you keep going to the same thing that you remember brought you limited results, your results will always be limited, and you will never get out of that vicious circle, or that cycle. All right. So the main thing is the fact that you did it before, that you did it a certain way and you got certain results. Just ask yourself, are you now where you should be, or where you'd like to be? And then the second question to ask is, are you there because you took the same approach that didn't work for you? And the third question would be, what if? What if you had done more steady progress? You had stuck. One of my clients, actually, he lost in the first 2 weeks 11 pounds just recently. And the guy's like, okay, great. I feel awesome. I got this. Okay. I'll give you a call when I need you. Oh, come on. You don't change your mindset over 3 weeks or 2 weeks. It doesn't happen. You need to internalize certain things. You need to substitute bad habits for good habits. You need to learn. Listen, if it took you 30 years to put that weight on, those 100 pounds, do you think that you need to just listen to me for 2 or 3 weeks and that's going to be enough for you to be able to, take the handle and you basically are going to be okay? Isn't that the same thing that actually made you end up at Bernstein or Weight Watchers or whatever the other one is? I mean, please don't misunderstand. I'm not saying that these are bad. So they're just some of the more popular ones. All right. So people go in, they fulfill their immediate goal, they fall off. If you don't go the extra step and learning what your body needs to stay where you want to be, all right, you're going to go back. And you keep going back to the same people, and they know that. They're expecting you. They know you by name. They're like, they haven't seen you for a while. Oh, Mr. Such and such or Miss Such and such. We missed you. We haven't seen you for a while. Seriously? I mean, as much as I'd like to keep a client for life, forever, to me it's a payday when people say, like, you really, I see them for 6 months being able to biohack, their bodies into the best possible shape. They don't need me anymore. Just refer some people. Just refer people that are troubled with the same issues as you did. You don't need me anymore. That's fine, and I'm okay with that. I just want for people to be able to advance to that level where, I do have the success story. I just had a conversation this morning with one of my clients. After 60 pounds, she is within the first 9 months, 60 pounds, but she has steadily dropped a pound every 2 or 3 weeks, but she's still continuing. And we're still going like more advanced techniques in order for her to, like carb cycling or whatever it is, just to keep her insulin levels, just a combination of intermittent fasting. It depends. Everyone's different. It may or may not apply to you, but you need to get to a point where you know what you're doing so you can take over and you understand. And now I communicate with this person at a much different level than the person that said, look, I got this, I know, I did this on Bernstein and I pulled it off. Geez, why are you with me if you pulled it off at Bernstein? And you're 100 pounds heavier now. It didn't work, all right? So, mindset, very important. Don't think diets. Don't think diets. Don't think quick fix. Don't think pills. Don't think quick fix. The important thing is you understand this is lifestyle, and the byproduct of your lifestyle choices are going to be your weight loss plus your high energy plus all these things. Don't try and do it backwards. Don't try to mechanically force those things, because hey, I'm here, I'm still in business, you know why. All right, so I hope this is useful for you, gets you thinking. Remember, my goal is to help you navigate through the noise and to get the accurate information so you can make sustainable and meaningful changes to your health. All right, once again, my name is Alex Story, certified fitness and nutrition coach with Altitude Fitness. See you around. Thank you.